Hi, Deepa Rani Shekar from Transform Life Programs, Love and Life. This video specially goes to all those women who are struggling with menopausal issues. And more so, because of the lockdown, they are not able to reach their doctors, and there is no diversion where they are not going out, not meeting friends, and the stay at home has kind of multiplied their problems. So, on a special request, this video goes out to all those women who are struggling with menopausal issues. So, I'm doing the best I can to give you the best tips I can in this video. So, just let's look at what is menopause. It is that phase of a woman's life soon after her midlife where she is moving into the stopping of her menstrual cycle. So, what is menstrual cycle then? A girl child is born with all the eggs in her ovaries right at her birth. From puberty, with every menstrual cycle, which is phased between 22 to 28 or 30 days, it might vary from person to person. The ovary releases an ovum or an egg, and when that is not fertilized, it is expelled with the blood and the lining of the placenta with a menstrual flow of blood. When this stops, when the ovaries stop releasing the eggs, the hormones which balances the body, the estrogen and progesterone also stops, which puts a lot of pressure on the body, mind and emotions of a woman. So that is where she goes through a lot of physical, emotional and mental difficulties. To name a few, the first one which would come to anyone who has gone through or is going through menopause is hot flashes, sweating, and anxiety, panic, mood swings, a kind of depression which hits now and then, fatigue, lack of interest in anything, backache because of osteoporosis, and also a total drop in sexual interest, pain or difficulty in having sexual intercourse. Just a few points to take up. So, naturally, if you have to handle this, the basic thing you have to do is eat food rich in calcium and vitamin D. Exercise at least moderately. I wouldn't rather say handle your weight at this point of time because weight is a very personal thing for each body. Some people are born plump and their body wouldn't respond, and when we give a fixed weight, that puts a lot more pressure on the woman who's already going through hormonal issues because of her menopause. So just exercise enough to keep your body fit and flexible so that you don't have issues in sitting down, getting up, moving around. The weight is the next part of it. And eat lots of food rich in fiber like fresh fruits and vegetables. Vegetables could be raw in the form of salads, or it could also be boiled vegetables. Avoid trigger foods. What are trigger foods? Trigger foods are those foods which are more of a habitual nature or addictive in nature. The nutritional value is much lesser, but the negative nutritional value is much more. Like it adds to the extra fat in the body, it causes irritable bowel syndrome. Irritable bowel syndrome, again, if I have to explain briefly, it could be constipation, it could be gas, it could be bloating, it could be indigestion, it could be uneasiness, it could be pain in the stomach, it could be difficulty in digesting the food. Trigger foods are fun to eat, but then digesting it and expelling it is not so comfortable or ease. There is a kind of discomfort around it. This is about trigger foods. And eat foods which are rich in phytoestrogen, that is soy, tofu, wheat, barley, beans, lentils, sesame seeds, rice, apples, carrots, to name a few. Because these food which are called phytoestrogen rich food mimic the estrogen hormone in the body. So now going to the specific points. The first point is called the DU20 point or DU20 point. This is from the acupressure point of healing I'm sharing with you. So it's a very simple point. I'm not going to make it complicated. In a few minute video, you cannot add everything. All that can be managed without side effect is what I am going to speak about. So this is a point a little at the lateral part, the midpoint of the head. So how are you going to find this point? If you take this line from where the ear joins your facial tissue, from here, just take a line, and from the straight line of your nose, wherever this point joins is your DU20 or DU20 point, with 3 fingers on this side, and just put gentle pressure. The pressure should be this much, not so much, just this much as is pleasant for you. And 5 to 10 seconds, just apply this pressure and massage it, press it a little deeper. This is also called the Sea of Maru point. This helps in balancing the yang, the 6 meridians of yang. Yin and yang, according to the Chinese philosophy, is that point which balances the cosmic energies of male and female, the sun and moon in the body. This balances the yang. That is, it controls your anger, your depression, and it balances all that which triggers you to erupt. Okay, so this is the point. Okay, the first point I'll show you again. From this, if you draw a line wherever that ends, and if you draw a line straight from your nose, where they meet is the DU20 point. You just have to put a little pressure there for 5 to 10 seconds. This is the first point. The second point is the GB20 point, which is connected to the gallbladder, and it balances your fatigue and low energy, which is also a main problem of the menopausal woman. So where does this come? Again, the ear, the lower lobe of the ear, just take it back where your spine line, the outer line of your spine joins your neck. So the same here. So press that point for 5 to 6 seconds, not more, just 5 to 6 seconds. There is another way of doing it. You can just take your thumbs from here to the point where this point meets the outer edge of the spine where it joins your neck, and you can clasp your fingers like this at the back of your neck. Just move it for 5 to 10 seconds, applying the same pressure which is pleasant to you. Never make it an unpleasant pressure for you. Yeah, good with the GB20 point? Fine. Now, the next point will be LH11. The LH11 is also called the crooked pool point. It is connected to your large intestine, which is mainly connected with your hot flushes. It handles your hot flushes. So how are we going to locate this point? So this is here in the crease of your elbow. If you keep your hand like this, the line from here, if you see your palm is like this, it's not like this, it's just like this. When you draw a line from this point, it ends here. And when you fold it, this is where the first point you will see. So it's not the middle, it's kind of 1/3 of the line here. So this is where you're going to put gentle pressure. This kind of handles the hot flushes. Okay. So this is the LH11 point. The next one is the H6 point, which is connected to the heart, and it is called the yin cleft point which works on the anxiety, pain, panic, and the emotional level. So this, when you take your hand like this from the outer crease, you just put your palm, your little finger, pinky finger is on the palm, and when you do this, from this line of your pinky finger, wherever this ends, is this point. This is the line, and the distance you're going to take is your palm's distance. Your palm's distance. So this is where it will be. The line. So this is the point where you're going to apply gentle pressure. So this helps release the pain, the panic, the emotional turmoil, the anxiety that is going on. Again, it is around 5 to 10 seconds. The next point is LV3 point, which is connected to the liver meridian, and this is slightly challenging. This I will show you, I'll tell you why it is challenging, because the point is in the feet. So this is connected to the anger, the crankiness, mood swings, depression, the sweating, everything. I will tell you the theory of it. Suppose if you assume this is the feet, this is the big toe. If you take 2 finger lengths and the line that is joining the between the big toe and the second toe is the point. I will show it with the toe as well. Okay. I will do my best to show it to you as best as I can. So 2 finger lengths, the line here. This is the point where you will apply gentle pressure for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, that is the LV3 or the liver point, which is also very, very important. So these are the points you are going to work on for your menopausal issues. This definitely gives you relief. And again, it is complimentary. If you really have to see your doctor, call up for a video conferencing or a consultation. But this relieves you of the day-to-day issue. You cannot call up about every little bit tidbit that's going on at home. So this will be an appeal to the family of the person going through menopausal issues. Friends, communication is the key to any problem. Do not hold back. Communicate. Asking for help is the greatest courage. So please do so if there is a need to ask for help. And to the family, there is no one size fits it all. Never ever tell the woman who is going through menopause, my mother also went through menopause. She never did this drama. My sister also went through it. She never told me all this. Probably they told your father, they did not tell you. Your sister told her husband, she did not tell you. So you don't know the innermost thing of that woman, or she did not go through so many hormonal issues. So each person is difficult. Each person is different. So be sensitive and mindful of that. Be patient with a person who is going through menopausal issues. Do not personalize her issues. That is, if she is upset, not that you also has to get upset to counter her upset. You got to be understanding and tell her it's okay and be supportive of her. Do not generalize her mood swings. Oh, again it started. Oh, again the drama started. Oh, again your mood swings. So every day it's the same. When is it different? Please do not generalize things, because she already goes through a guilt trip. Though she has mood swings, though she has anger issues, but she does go through her own guilt trip. So you don't contribute to that, please, as a family. And believe in what she says. When she says she has pain or fear or sleeplessness, please believe in that. And offer help. How can you offer help? Pitch in whatever household routine chores that can be done. Especially in this period of lockdown, her workload has increased manifold. There's no domestic help, and people being at home, there are more number of plates and glasses that fall into the sink. There are more number of dishes that are being cooked because People are at home and people need to eat more. You know, it's a natural thing. So please chip in and offer help in the domestic chores. It could be in cooking, it could be in cleaning, whatever. And again, please become empathetic, and if she needs to exercise, if her body is going into a stiffness, encourage her to exercise. Just telling will not help, so you got to do it with her. As a family member, you got to do it with her. You got to take that walk, you got to do those pull-ups, whatever is her form of exercise. Hope this helps. Please do not forget to leave a feedback for me. Thank you so much for joining me, Deepa Rani Shekar from Transform Life Programs, Love and Light.